Hey everyone, it's another historical hair video today. The topic for this video is a little off the beaten path as far as historical hairstyles go that people are interested in. I'm talking about pre-Columbian South America from about 1500 AD back as far as 5000 BCE. That's a huge swath of time, but we can know lots about all the cultures that rose and fell during this period because a lot of them mummified and buried their dead in very high altitude, arid, and cold climate of the Andes Mountains. Thus, we have several awesome hairstyles to learn how to do. Like the last two historical hairstyle videos I've made, I'll be showing pictures of those bodies so we can see the reference material. So I'm actually going to put time markers at the bottom of this screen here to let you know when the bodies are on screen, so you can skip past that if you would like, and then you can see just the hair tutorial part. Anyways, without much further ado, let's get started. Style number 1 is not particularly unique on the face of it, but is amazing when you know the details behind it. This is maybe the oldest braided hairstyle we know about in the entire world. This look was found on a Chinchorro mummy. The Chinchorro people were fishermen that lived along the Pacific coast in southern Peru and northern Chile from about 7000 to 1500 BCE. Because they lived in the Atacama Desert, their mummies dried out rather than decomposed, which means hundreds of them have been found with skin, hair, and muscle tissue still there. The oldest of these mummies has been dated to about 5050 BCE, making these the oldest discovered mummies in the world, predating the known Egyptian mummies. Most of the hair on these mummies is unbraided, but some had simple braid looks such as this. These braids are technically a wig and not real hair, which was sometimes a part of the Chinchorro's elaborate mummification process. But it still tells us a bit about the hairstyling practices at the time. So let's start with trying out this easy look. After combing or brushing your hair, split it in half and bring each half over one shoulder. Grab one half and split it into 3 strands. While holding 2 of those strands in one hand, with a finger in between them to keep them separate, hold the 3rd strand with your other hand. Bring this section across the one in the middle and switch it with the middle strand. That is, hook it with a finger from the hand holding all the strands, and then take the middle section with your now free hand and pull it out of the way. This makes the sections switch places. Now hold those 2 strands in one hand and bring the other outside strand over the new middle strand, switching it with the middle section in the same way. Repeat with the other outside section, and keep going in an alternating pattern like this down the length of the braid. This is called English braiding, or 3-strand braiding. When you get to the ends of the hair, tie the braid secure with a small hair elastic, or use some string for the authentic look. Make another braid like this with the rest of your hair on the other side of your head. In case this is your first time braiding and you're still unclear about how English braiding works, I have another in-depth video linked above that you can use. When you're finished, you'll have twin braids like this. Rather unassuming as far as braid styles go, but you should appreciate it as you now know how to do the oldest braid style in the world. Let's zoom up a bit in history now. After the Chinchorros, the Paracas people arose in southern Peru. They existed between about 800 BCE to 100 BCE. They too had complex burial traditions, creating shaft tombs in the mountains that each contained multiple burials accompanied by amazing textiles and ceramics. Again, the cold, arid climate of the region means their burials are in great condition. We can see they used braids in their styling, as well as wrapping their hair into high buns with detailed textiles made out of alpaca wool and plant fiber. Here's one example of a male mummy displaying a top knot in a woven red head wrapping. The head wrap has beautiful detail for any of you knitting or weaving nerds out there, and is ornamented with feathers. Let's try out this hairstyle for ourselves. Start by leaning down and flipping all your hair forward. With a bit of cord or string, at least a foot long, fold the ends of your hair in half and tie securely like this. Now tightly roll up the rest of your hair. Go all the way until the roll is tight against the top of your head, and then tie the rest of the length of the cord around this bun in order to secure it in place. You can tie some feathers to the ends of this cord to match the mummy too if you like. Finally, find a strip of decorative cloth or other woven material. I don't have one as pretty as the mummies, but this was a cloth belt from a dress, so you can get creative like that if you don't immediately have what you need. Tie this around the bun as well, and then wrap a couple times around the head before knotting the ends together. Wrap it low enough on the head so it doesn't slip off, or use a fabric with a coarse weave that has more friction and texture against slippery hair. With that, you have the Paracas top knot look. I think this would work especially well in curly hair or natural black hair. So for those of you that are normally concerned you can't do the styles in my videos because of your hair texture, this is a special shout out for you. Moving even more forward in time, we meet the Chiribaya next, a people that again lived in the Atacama Desert from about 700 AD to about 1300 AD. These people had an advanced agricultural economy. They also kept dogs as pets and shepherds. Dedicated pet cemeteries have been found with dog mummies that were obviously carefully prepared for burial with blankets and food. The hairstyle we'll attempt today is a more complicated braid look found on a male Chiribaya mummy. But it uses the same English braiding technique we learned at the beginning of this video, so it should not be too hard to do so long as you set aside a bit of time to do all the braiding. There are 6 braids total, so start by making 2 braids at the upper sides of your head, one on each side. Sort of try to pick up a sixth of your hair for each braid, but don't worry too much about making all the braids the same size. These braids will be pulled towards the back of your head in the finished look, so to keep the root of the braid looking smooth, pull the strands backward as you braid them together. This will allow the braids to lay flat when pulled back later, instead of laying flat while hanging straight but bunching up at the roots when pulled back. Form these braids all the way to the ends of the hair and then tie off with a small hair elastic or string. The second set of braids should use up the hair from the upper back of your head. Again, braid all the way to the ends of the hair and tie off. Finally, you should still have some hair on the lower sides and lower back of your head. Make 2 final braids with this hair, one on each side of your head. Remember to pull these braids toward the center of the back of your neck as you form them, as this will be the position they end up in the final look. When your 6 braids are ready, grab the 2 at the front of your head and cross one over the other. Then grab one of the braids from the upper back of your head and cross it over the front braid that's on top. Notice how this looks like the first step of an English braid, with each braid being the 3 strands. So to continue this braid pattern with the rest of your hair, combine the other upper back braid with the front braid that is next to be braided, and cross both of those over the middle strand like a larger section of braid. Add in one of the lower braids to the next braid strand and weave those over the middle. Finally, add in the last lower braid to the last strand and weave over the middle. Now just finish this large English braid to the ends with 2 smaller braids in each strand and tie off with a hair tie or string to finish the look. That gives you the more elaborate Chiribaya style. Anyone with long hair can try this out, but the guys out there should remember that this was found on a male mummy, so don't be afraid to try out cool braids like this on your own hair. Braids aren't just for women. Style number 4 belongs to a culture that may be more familiar to everyone, the Inca. Unlike the previous societies, this one can be classified as a full-on empire. They controlled nearly the entire western coast of South America at their peak between 1438 and 1533, only ending with the disease and military conflict brought by Spanish conquest. Unlike the previous mummies we saw, most Incan mummies discovered today are actually young adults and children killed in ritual sacrifice. The mummy we're looking at now was killed by blunt force trauma to the face. Ow. But at least they left her hair alone? Radiocarbon dating and anatomical scans suggest that she was 20 to 25 years old and killed between 1450 and 1640. Her hair is done into 6 braids again, and decorated with llama wool hair ties. Let's try out these Incan braids. Start with dividing your hair in half. On each side of the head, grab a smaller section of hair at your forehead and English braid this to the ends. Then with the rest of the hair on each side, split further into two and braid each of these halves. All this should give you 6 braids total, 3 on each side of your head, with 1 braid on each side being smaller than the others. Leaving out the smaller braid for now, hold together the 2 larger braids from one side, fold the ends in half, and tie with a long string. Wrap several times around the braids to make the wrapping wide. Do this for the large braids on both sides of your head. Now take the small braid and weave it through the larger braids to hold them together. Use up all the length of the small braid doing this. Doing that with both small strands gives you the finished look, though my style right now doesn't look quite the same as the mummies because my hair is longer than hers. If you also have long hair, you can double up and tie the braids again to shorten them. This gives you the headband braided look of the young Incan woman. Well, that was quite a lot of hairstyling to learn about, but I hope you found it as fascinating as I did. For more historical hairstyles, check out my YouTube channel, Silvousplaits. This will probably be the last mummy-based video I do, but for future historical hair videos, I'll probably do it based on art and coins and such. So let me know in the comments what you thought of these looks and what sort of other hairstyles you would like to see. And I hope to see you around here again. Have a good one!